How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffleReality, and welcome to a brand new rumor video, guys. Today we've got some rumors from 4chan that were posted a while back. I haven't covered them yet, and I'm covering them now, actually 3 days late on covering these. The reason for that is because I just didn't feel like covering them, okay? Honestly, like, not this specific rumor, just, like, didn't feel like covering any rumors for a while now in general. But here we are. We're going to be covering this one really quickly today and seeing what it's all about, you know, seeing if there's anything of value here or not. You know, it all depends on. It's all, you know, it's all gonna be sketchy. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. So here's the rumor. This was posted by Pokemon Sword and Shield News, this account, and this was found thanks to LSU Fan for Life 18, who found it. So let's take a look at what this actually has to say here. So let's start with this one. Okay, first things first. It's another person trying to claim that they are a translator at Nintendo, which, if you guys don't know, a lot of people are claiming that. A lot of people go around claiming that shit, and please do understand with rumors, guys. It's all just like a grain of salt. Don't, like, take this as is all, end all, and that what you see here is actually, like, the truth of the matter, and this is going to be 100% confirmed. That is never the case. So please keep that in mind as you're watching this video, guys. But either way, let's get into the subject matter on the screen, though, which is, I work as a translator at Nintendo of Europe and helping out with the localization of Pokemon Sword and Shield. And despite I don't have full access. Okay, I guess trying to say that despite not having full access to the content, there's a lot of good info you would like to hear. So he starts off saying that Lance is the last gym leader. He has a Hydreigon, Kommo-o, Dragonite, and Duraludon, which is his ace. Which, again, I don't know how likely this is. It sounds unrealistic that you would have Lance. Like, we just had Lance in the last games, okay? In, like, Let's Go Peach, Let's Go Eevee. The last thing I want is Lance another time. Like, I'm honestly going to be honest, I do not want him to be, like, any sort of impactful character in Sword and Shield. I just do not, okay? As much as I like him, I don't want to see him again, okay? Like, give us a new character. Like, if this is true, which I really hope it isn't, I'd be pissed off. Like, just for the fact that it's just another character that's just being brought back. And I don't want to see, like, you know, another character just brought back. Just give me a new character, you know what I mean? Like, we just had Kanto last year. I don't need more Kanto. Just personally, I don't need more of it. Just give me a new character. Now, as for his team here, I don't know. Like, Hydreigon, Kommo-o, Dragonite, Duraludon, fair enough. But where's the Charizard or something like that, you know? Like, you know, I mean, actually, doesn't he? No, he doesn't even use Charizard, does he? Oh, does he? No, yeah, no, never mind. I'm confusing him with fucking Leon for some reason, because the names both start with Lance. Because I was thinking, like, didn't they show in the trailer that Leon had a Charizard? Yeah, they did. And I was thinking of that, and I was like, wait a minute, Leon, Lance, ooga booga. Yeah, my brain's a little bit off. But yeah, next thing here though, Gwilvern is a ghost dragon type, a pseudo legendary. There's a event where you can catch him in the Rathiel Forest, which opens up for you once you beat all 8 gym leaders. Now, this does sound cool. Honestly, this does sound like a cool thing. Finding a pseudo legendary specifically seems a little bit strange, though, as some sort of event. Wait, this makes no sense. This makes no sense. How would you specifically know it's a pseudo legendary, Mr. Anonymous? How would you know? Because it doesn't say anywhere within the text of any of these games. It never, like, pseudo legendary in Pokemon, I think is more like a, well, let me see. Let's see, pseudo legendary Pokemon, right? I think that's a term that was coined by fans and not an official term. So pseudo legendary Pokemon. Let's see. So pseudo legendary Pokemon is a fan term. There you go. You know this is bullshit then. You know this rumor is bullshit. The moment this dude is trying to use a fan term, which is pseudo-legendary is a fan term, it wouldn't be something that's in the actual texts of the games, because it isn't something that's ever used by Game Freak. We call certain Pokemon pseudo-legendaries because they look so cool and awesome that they could be considered legendary. Like, for example, here is a list of pseudo-legendary Pokemon: Dragonite, Tyranitar, Salamence, Metagross, Garchomp, Hydreigon, Goodra, and Kommo-o. That seems like a pretty reasonable list. I mean, I feel like, you know, I mean, Goodra's a little bit up and down for me, but yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? So him trying to say that, like, a pseudo-legendary is, like, you know, even mentioning that seems, like, out of order to begin with. Like, how would you know it's a pseudo-legendary? How would you know when translating that it's a pseudo-legendary? If anything, maybe you effed up and you call it a pseudo-legendary, but maybe it's a mythical. Maybe it's a mythical Pokemon, because mythical Pokemon should be having events, not pseudo-legendaries. Pseudo-legendary is just other Pokemon. They're just like any other Pokemon. Dragonite, Tyranitar, Salamence, Metagross, Garchomp, Hydreigon, Goodra, and Kommo are just like any other Pokemon. They're not legendary. They're just pseudo-legendary because it's a fan term. Man, some of these rumors really gotta learn to, like, how to, like, properly fake shit. Like, I swear to God, man. Like, just come to me, I'll give you free lessons on how to faking this shit, because you guys are horrible at it. Either way, I mean, it just sounds so weird. As for the second part, though, Rathiel Forest, though, seems like reasonable and seems like a logical thing, because there is this forest at the bottom of the Galar map. There's this forest at the bottom of it, which seems to lead, like, you know, like this entrance that leads into a forest. So it's highly potential it's going to be something major down there. Now, next thing here, there are 2 new Eeveelutions. Already heard about that before. We've seen that kind of mentioned a million times. Serpion, which is a dragon type, I guess is meant to be like serpent. And Halbion, which is a steel type. How? Okay. That just doesn't... Okay, whatever. Not sure what how's meant to stand for, but okay. You can evolve Serpion by leveling him up holding a shiny scale, and Halbion by leveling up with a rusty metal shard and low friendship. Really, a rusty metal shard. Alright. And low friendship. Alright. Both Eevees will have a Gigantamax form. Serpion will get bigger wings and a longer body and will grow a thick coat of fur and whiskers. Halbion will gain additional armor pieces and... What else? Oh, wait, what? Where is it now? We'll gain additional armor pieces and have a sword tail. Which, that sounds pretty cool. A sword tail does sound pretty lit, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't deny that. Actually sounds pretty awesome. Let's see, where were we? So, additional sword tail. Alright, all starters got Gigantamax forms, even the Galar ones, but didn't see all. Now, this is, again, unreasonable. Gigantamax formed Pokemon are something you find in the wild, and it seems like it's a low chance of finding them. So does that mean that every starter Pokemon has an instant guarantee to have a Gigantamax form? Is that just guaranteed that they're going to have a Gigantamax form then? Because they have to be, otherwise it makes no sense, because all the other Gigantamax ones that you can get are low chance Pokemon you can find. So, like, I'm a bit confused, but, oh well, I mean, sure, whatever. Now, Meganium looks like a Brontosaurus with bigger antlers and more flowers. Empoleon will have more golden details, a bigger trident in its forehead, and its back resembling a royal cape. I mean, it sounds pretty reasonable. I mean, Meganium... I'm not sure what kind of a weird mixture is this, though? Meganium, Empoleon, and then Charizard. What kind of mixture is this? So, Meganium, like, that's a Gen 2 Pokemon. Empoleon, Gen 4. And then Charizard, Gen 1. It's like, okay. So, Empoleon will have more golden details, a bigger trident in its forehead, and its back resembling a royal cape. Seems pretty reasonable. Meganium, though, looks like a Brontosaurus with bigger antlers and more flowers. Seems, again, reasonable. And then, finally, Charizard here looks very similar to Mega Charizard Y, but has more wings. More wings? What? Okay. Some of its body covered by fire. Alright, that seems reasonable. And then Zacian and Zamazenta will have Gigantamax forms, but didn't see them. There's new Rotom form, alright. I mean, we already know about the new Rotom, there's a Rotom phone thing. But if they mean like a new playable Rotom, like an actual Pokemon Rotom, like not just like the Pokédex Rotom or, you know, any of that stuff. If there's actually a genuinely new one, that would be pretty sick. Which is awesome. Actually, I do think that's a pretty reasonable and awesome thing to have. Like, personally, I would not be having anything against that. I think Rotom, I mean, it already has a lot of forms, but I wouldn't mind another one. I don't see any major issues with it. Sure, I would prefer a different Pokemon to get attention, but I don't mind it too much, you know. Now, next thing though is Eternatus can corrupt any Pokemon and make them hostile against humans and other Pokemon. Now, it's funny, right? Because we had like kind of a similar thing to this right now happening in Pokemon Go. If you guys haven't seen this, in Pokemon Go right now, there is this kind of event going on, and in this event, there's like shadow Pokemon that have to be purified and stuff, and they're all like, you know, evil and angry and whatnot. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's something similar story-wise to happen in these games, like, you know, at some point in during like some sort of event, like, you know what I mean, like something could I don't know, like, I don't know, we can probably do something interesting with it, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there definitely could be some interesting story element to this implemented, so I don't know. But Eternatus can corrupt any Pokemon to make them hostile against humans and other Pokemon. Team Yell are pretty much Pokemon hooligans. Let's see. Team Yell are pretty much Pokemon hooligans. The Galar League are the true evil team, like the Ether Foundation in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Interesting. Okay, I would not mind that. Post-game lets you battle all previous protagonists and other trainers like Hugh and Serena, which, again, that reminds me of another rumor that that we saw. And word around is they're delaying the trailer for the next trailer. Next trailer will show 2 more trainers, Opal and Kabu. This is just him reusing information from the real leak. It will also show regional forms like Oddish and regional evolutions like Surfetched, which that would be pretty cool if we did see that. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's about it for this rumor. I personally think it's fake. I'm just gonna be honest. I personally think so. There's some interesting ideas being tossed around here, like definitely some interesting concepts. I would love if it turns like evil and then turns like half the Pokemon in like the Galar region evil, and you have to go around like purifying them and stuff, and like trying to stop Eternatus at the same time. That'd be pretty cool, but I mean, who knows? Unlikely to happen. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the video. If you did enjoy, drop a like down below. Make sure to subscribe, guys. We're so close. Let's just try to go for this, guys. Let's try to hit 1,000 likes in this video. If we can do that, I'll give you guys some Gucci content very soon. Either way, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.